You know that feeling when you catch your reflection in a window, and you can't quite explain it. You just feel a little tired in the face? Not old. Not done. Just like your glow got turned down a notch. Here's the truth. For so many women, it's not the haircut that changes everything. It's the color. The right shade can soften shadows, brighten your skin, and make your eyes look clearer, without chasing anything unnatural. Today on Timeless Wisdom Path, we're walking through 2025's most flattering, most viral hair color trends for mature women. These are the shades people are saving, sharing, and taking straight to their salons, because they don't just look pretty. They make you look refreshed, modern, and like you've stepped back into yourself. And if you've ever wondered, should I go lighter? Warmer? Should I finally stop covering my gray? You're in the right place. The shade that makes skin look brighter. Honey Blonde. Honey Blonde is having a big moment in 2025, and honestly, it makes sense. It's one of those colors that doesn't scream for attention, but somehow everyone notices it. The reason it's so viral is simple. Honey tones add warmth back into the face. As we get older, many of us naturally lose a little color in the skin. Not because anything is wrong, but because life happens. Sun, stress, hormones, seasons, and time all gently change the way our complexion reflects light. Cool or overly ashy blondes can sometimes make mature skin look a bit washed out. But Honey Blonde is different. It has that golden softness that works like a candle in a room. It brings the warmth back. The magic of Honey Blonde is also in how flexible it is. If you're naturally gray or salt and pepper, Honey Blonde blends beautifully with soft highlights. It doesn't demand that every strand be perfectly covered. Instead, it creates a gentle transition, so regrowth looks softer and more natural. And if your hair has gotten finer over time, honey tones can visually add dimension. Flat color can make hair look thinner, but Honey Blonde, especially when placed as blended highlights, creates depth. That fuller hair illusion is a big reason women keep commenting, "I did this and my hair looks thicker." This is also a color that photographs well. That matters more than we admit. We're in a time where birthdays, dinners, weddings, even casual outings end up in pictures. Honey Blonde catches light in a flattering way, giving the hair a healthy glow instead of a harsh shine. If you're considering it, here's the most important thing. Don't ask for blonde. Ask for warmth. Ask for honey, golden beige, or soft buttery tones that complement your skin. The goal isn't to become a different person. The goal is to look like you. After a good rest, after a good laugh, after a season of taking care of yourself. And one more thing. This shade pairs beautifully with a modern haircut. Soft layers, a collarbone-length cut, a gentle bob. It's that combination that makes people say, "What did you do? You look amazing," without being able to pinpoint exactly why. The expensive-looking glow, warm caramel highlights. Warm caramel highlights are one of the most requested salon looks right now, especially for women who want a change that feels noticeable, but still natural. This trend is everywhere in 2025 because it gives that expensive hair effect without forcing you into dramatic maintenance. Caramel is special because it sits in that sweet spot between light and dark. It's not too blonde, not too brown, and it doesn't fight with gray. Instead, it moves with your natural base color and lifts it just enough to brighten your whole look. If you've ever felt like your hair color makes your features look harsher, like it pulls attention toward fine lines instead of your eyes, caramel highlights can soften that. They create warmth around the face, which is where most of us want the light to fall. When the light hits those caramel ribbons, it gives the illusion of smoother skin and brighter cheeks. It's subtle, but it's real. This is one of the biggest reasons videos titled, "Hair Colors That Make You Look 10 Years Younger," do so well. Because women aren't looking to look younger in a childish way. They're looking to look less exhausted, less dull, more alive. And caramel does that. Another reason it's trending so hard is maintenance. Mature women are busy. Even if you love self-care, you don't always love being tied to root touch-ups every few weeks. With caramel highlights, the grow-out is forgiving. When done correctly, the highlights blend from the root, so you don't get that sharp line that makes you feel like you're constantly behind on your hair. Caramel also plays beautifully with texture. If your hair is wavy, curly, or you're embracing your natural movement more now, caramel highlights define the pattern. They make curls look more intentional and give waves that beachy softness, without looking messy. Even straight hair benefits because the highlights add shape and dimension that solid color can't. Now here's the storytelling truth behind this trend. Caramel highlights feel like a gentle upgrade. It's for the woman who doesn't want to announce, "I changed my hair." She wants people to feel it. She wants the compliments that sound like, "You look so fresh. You look radiant. Something about you is glowing." If you want the most flattering version, ask for warm caramel placed around the face first. Many stylists call it a face frame or money piece, but in a mature friendly way, meaning not too chunky, not too high contrast. Think blended, soft, and elegant. And if you're transitioning into gray, caramel highlights can be a bridge. They help you avoid the all or nothing feeling. You can lighten gradually, keep softness, and still feel polished at every stage. That's the real power of this color. It doesn't demand perfection. It works with your life. The rich neutral that flatters everyone. Mocha Mousse. Mocha Mousse is one of those colors that feels like a warm cup in your hands on a quiet morning. It's rich, it's comforting, and it somehow makes everything look more put together. Your skin, your wardrobe, even your confidence. In 2025, Mocha Mousse is trending because women are moving away from extremes. Instead of very dark, inky shades that can look harsh, and instead of overly light colors that can feel fragile to maintain, Mocha Mousse sits right in the middle. It's a balanced brunette with soft warmth and creamy depth. And for mature women, that balance matters. Hair changes with age. Sometimes it becomes more porous, sometimes it loses pigment unevenly, sometimes it doesn't hold color the way it used to. Mocha Mousse works with those realities. It doesn't require your hair to be perfect to look beautiful. This color is also especially flattering if you have a mix of tones in your skin, maybe warmth in your cheeks, but cooler undertones elsewhere. Mocha Mousse doesn't clash. It harmonizes. It helps your face look calmer and more even, like everything is gently blended. One reason this shade goes viral is that it photographs like luxury. Under indoor lights, it looks glossy and deep. Under daylight, it looks soft and dimensional. And when a woman sees herself in different lighting and still likes what she sees, that's when she comments, "I'm booking my appointment." Mocha Mousse is also a great choice if you're nervous about going lighter. Not everyone wants blonde, and not everyone feels like blonde matches their personality. Some women feel most like themselves as a brunette, but they still want a change that feels fresh. This is that change. It's brunette, but upgraded. Now let's talk about gray coverage, because this is where Mocha Mousse really shines. If you have scattered grays, Mocha can blend them in a way that looks intentional. And if you have stronger gray at the temples or hairline, your stylist can slightly soften the formula around the face, so it doesn't create that stark, helmet effect. The best version of Mocha Mousse is rarely a single flat dye. It's usually a combination, low lights, soft gloss, tiny ribbons of warmth, so the hair moves naturally. That's what makes it feel modern, not dated. There's also an emotional side to this trend that people don't always say out loud. Mocha Mousse is a reset color. It's what women choose after a stressful season, after a big life change, after they've been taking care of everyone else and suddenly realize it's time to take care of themselves again. It's not loud. It's not trying too hard. It just quietly says, "I'm back." If you want to try it, bring your stylist inspiration photos that show softness. Ask for neutral warm brunette, mocha, mousse brown, and a gloss for shine. That gloss step is where the magic happens, especially for mature hair that needs a little extra light reflection. Mocha Mousse is proof that you don't need dramatic to be powerful. Sometimes the most flattering transformation is the one that feels like coming home. The bold warmth that wakes up your face, copper tones. Copper is not just a hair color trend in 2025, it's a statement of energy. But not the loud, neon kind of energy. The mature-friendly copper trend is warm, spicy, and sophisticated. Think cinnamon, soft auburn, burnt copper, and that gentle glow that makes your skin look like it has life in it again. Copper tones perform incredibly well in viral videos because the before and after is dramatic. Even when the change is subtle, copper brings so much light to the face that it looks like a full transformation. People don't just see new hair. They see a new mood. If you've been feeling like your current color is dragging you down, Maybe it's too dark, maybe it's too ashy, maybe it's just been the same for years. Copper has a way of lifting your whole presence. It draws attention to your eyes and gives your complexion a warmer reflection. This is especially true for women with green, hazel, or brown eyes. Copper makes those eye colors look richer and clearer. But even blue or gray eyes can look striking with the right copper, especially when the shade is softened and not overly orange. Now here's the secret that makes copper work for mature women: placement and softness. The most flattering copper is rarely a single solid tone. The best looks are layered. Copper with golden warmth, copper with a touch of brunette, copper with lighter pieces around the face. That creates depth, and depth keeps the look elegant instead of costume-like. Copper is also surprisingly friendly to gray blending. A lot of women assume copper will clash with gray, but it can actually work beautifully. Gray hair can look silvery and cool. Copper can add warmth around it, creating a modern contrast. When done correctly, it doesn't look like you're fighting your gray. It looks like you're styling it. What makes copper a little different from honey or caramel is that it asks you to commit, at least emotionally. It's the color you choose when you're ready to be seen again, when you're done shrinking, when you're ready for a compliment that feels like sunshine. But let's be honest, copper can fade faster than some other shades. That doesn't mean it's not worth it. It just means you'll want the right plan. A good stylist will often use a copper gloss between appointments to keep it fresh. And in your daily life, using color-safe products and gentler washing can help. The goal is not to stress yourself out with maintenance. It's to keep the tone warm and soft so it stays flattering. And if you're nervous, you can start small. You don't have to go full copper all at once. Try copper highlights first, or a copper tone gloss over your current base. That's a beautiful test drive that still gives you that warm, lifted effect. A lot of women in this age group say something like, "I don't want anything too trendy." And that's fair. But copper isn't just trendy right now. It's timeless when it's done in a natural way, like the kind of warmth you'd see in autumn leaves, or in candlelight, or in a beautiful vintage photograph. Copper tones don't erase your age. They brighten your spirit. And that's what people notice first. The quiet revolution. Stop hiding your gray, silvery ash and natural blending. There's a reason why you should stop hiding your gray hair. Is one of the most shared beauty topics right now. Because this isn't just about hair. It's about relief. It's about waking up and not feeling like you're constantly correcting yourself. In 2025, embracing gray isn't being framed as giving up. It's being framed as stepping into something more honest and more stylish. The viral versions of this trend are all about making gray look intentional. Silvery ash hues, soft pearl tones, smoke gray blending, and beautiful transitions that keep you polished without chasing permanent coverage. What most women want isn't to suddenly go fully gray overnight. They want to stop the exhausting cycle of roots, while still feeling elegant. That's where silvery ash comes in. Silvery ash is not yellow. It's not dull. It's that clean, cool, reflective tone that makes gray look luminous instead of flat. It's the difference between, "I have gray hair," and "my hair is silver." And yes, there's a process. Gray blending usually starts with either highlights, lowlights, or a mix that helps your natural gray integrate with your previous dye. For some women, it's a few sessions. For others, it's a slow, gentle transition. But the point is, you don't have to suffer through awkward stages alone. A good plan makes all the difference. One reason this trend is so emotional is because gray hair often carries stories. It shows up after years of raising kids, building careers, surviving heartbreak, caring for parents, living through changes you never expected. So when you finally decide to stop hiding it, it can feel like you're choosing to stop hiding yourself. And here's the beautiful twist. When gray is styled well, it can make you look more modern, not older. It pairs beautifully with a sharp bob, soft layers, curtain bangs, or even a sleek pixie. It makes your features stand out. It makes your jewelry pop. It makes your whole look feel intentional. Silvery ash also works wonders for women whose hair has become more textured with age. Gray hair often grows in with a different feel, sometimes coarser, sometimes wirier, sometimes drier. The right toning and conditioning approach gives it softness and shine, so it looks touchable and healthy. But let's talk about the fear underneath this decision. Many women worry. What if gray makes me invisible? The truth is, covering your gray doesn't guarantee you feel visible. Feeling visible comes from feeling like yourself. And for many women, the moment they stop chasing the old version of their hair, they finally see their face again. Clearer, calmer, stronger. The most flattering way to do this in 2025 is not a harsh, all-gray dye. It's dimensional. It's blended. It's a mix of silver and ash with gentle depth in the back, brightness around the face, and a clean tone that looks fresh. If you're thinking about going for it, bring photos of silver hair you love. Tell your stylist you want gray blending or silver transition, not just gray dye. And be patient with yourself. This is a journey, not a quick fix. Because the real trend here isn't silver. The trend is freedom. The most flattering secret. Choosing your color by the light in your face. By now, you've probably noticed something. None of these trends are really about following fashion. They're about choosing light. Choosing how you want your face to look when you walk into a room, when you sit by a window, when someone takes a photo without warning. And that's the real secret to picking the most flattering hair color in 2025. Don't choose the shade first. Choose the effect. If you want to look brighter and softer, you'll usually lean warm. That's where honey blonde and caramel highlights shine. They reflect warmth onto the skin, which can make you look more rested and more open. If you want to look richer and more polished, Mocha Mousse gives you that creamy depth without harshness. It's the color that makes you look finished, even with minimal makeup. If you want to feel bold and energized, Copper gives you that spark. Not because it's loud, but because it wakes up the whole palette of your face. And if you want to feel free, like you're done chasing roots and done apologizing for time, Silvery Ash Gray Blending is the path that so many women are choosing right now. Now here's what I want you to imagine. Picture your face in the mirror under soft daylight. Where do shadows naturally fall? Around the eyes, near the mouth, under the cheekbones. The right hair color doesn't erase those things. It softens them by putting gentle light near your face. That's why face framing highlights are so powerful. They're not just trendy. They're strategic. Even a brunette can look more lifted with just a few warm pieces around the front. This is also why harsh, single-process color can feel aging. When hair is one flat shade, it can make the face look more defined in a way you may not want. But dimension, highlights, lowlights, gloss, creates movement, and movement creates softness. In viral salon videos, you'll often see mature women look emotional after the reveal. It's not because they suddenly look 20 again. It's because they look like themselves again, just clearer. Like the outside finally matches how alive they still feel inside. So if you're deciding what to ask for, here's a gentle way to walk into the salon with confidence. Instead of saying, "Make me younger," say, "I want brightness around my face." Instead of "Cover everything," say, "I want softer blending and less harsh regrowth." Instead of "I don't know what suits me," say, "I want warmth and dimension that works with my skin." You can even save this as your simple guide. Choose honey if you want glow. Choose caramel if you want expensive softness. Choose mocha if you want rich polish. Choose copper if you want vibrant warmth. Choose silver ash if you want freedom and modern elegance. And no matter which one you pick, remember this. Flattering hair color isn't about hiding your age. It's about honoring your features, your season of life, and the kind of beauty that feels calm and true. Because the best trend will always be the one that makes you look in the mirror and think, "There I am." Final thoughts. Hair color is powerful, not because it changes who you are, but because it changes what the world sees first. Your light, your warmth, your presence. Whether you're drawn to honey blonde, caramel highlights, mocha mousse, copper tones, or you're ready to stop hiding your gray and step into silvery ash, you deserve a color that feels like it fits your life now. Thank you for spending this time with Timeless Wisdom Path. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path.